Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your humble game master Tom, and this is Adventure 23. We had quite the ending to our last session, a big cliffhanger, and we are excited to pick right back up where we left off. We are excited to have you here and joining us. We love sharing these adventures with you. And two quick shout outs to some supporters of the show. Will Gillespie, one of our patrons who's been with us for a long time. Thank you so much for the support, Will. And thanks to Bat Sammy, who has been supporting us on Twitch for 20 months now. Thank you so much, Bat Sammy. So fantastic. We appreciate the support. I think that's all we're going to do for now. And without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last time with Seth.
Hello! Well, shit. Our heroes really world fucked this one. By achieving their goal of somewhat simultaneously repairing the cascading arcs, which they did do beautifully, it turns out they were duped by the Queen's Cabal. Raphaelin, Daenor, and the Queen's Cabal, which is really the cult of Mordrin, has spent the last year pushing Valimir II to madness and having the heroes fall right into a trap. By repairing the arcs, they opened a portal to a place beyond space, a place beyond time. Sher Mordrin and his minions crash a metal fortress down into the ground, the size of which rivals the entire city of Canabrin. Scores of baddies exit the ship and immediately get to sacking the capital, taking all captive and killing anybody who resists. And now, the story of Sher Mordrin begins. And that, my friends and foes, is where this adventure begins. That was your dad.
There is a hammering and a hammering deep in a mine, deep underneath these storm mountains. A handful of dwarves, 5 of them, are in a small chamber that breaks off into a crevasse that they have pickaxes and buckets, a makeshift little minecart with some rails. This is an old part of a dwarven fortification deep down below that has been abandoned for many, many, many years. These dwarves are kind of outside the normal dwarven community, digging where maybe they should not be digging, and they look crusty, they are dirty, some are hammering away. There's one who's sitting in this formerly luxurious dwarven chamber, now covered in rocks and dirt, and he's covered in soot. He's sitting on an old chair, drinking some water after all his hard days of work, where he hears footsteps coming down. Perfectly chiseled, dwarven-sized footsteps. Comes a very tall, cloaked figure, a huge person that does not fit this stairwell at all, this ancient stairwell deep beneath the ground, does not fit the steps. Awkwardly big-booted feet are barely fitting on these steps. This cloaked figure comes down. The dwarf tosses his canteen to the ground and says, "Hey, look alive!" and grabs a crossbow and quickly starts to cock it and points it at this big Goliath figure coming down the steps. The hooded figure arrives. Mark Hamillish, Return of the Jedi, standing at the bottom of these steps, and you have 3 crossbows pointed at you, Mr. Figure, with 3 other dwarves peeking out through their cut cavern, and they're sitting there and shaking at this impressive figure with an armed sword sticking out from underneath the cloak and towering like 3 dwarf heights total. We got nothing for you. Get out of here.
I'm not here for you. I'm not here for your treasure. I'm here for the girl.
What girl? The other one says, he's talking about the down further, the one with the big guy. What's it to you?
What's it to me? How about keeping everyone alive, including you?
One of the dwarves comes over and slaps him up the head and says, what's it to you? And he keeps his crossbow on you and says, they're down across the great expanse there. Another level. They're the only ones here. You can't miss them. And he has his crossbow pointed right at you. Gonna do like, I think, 1d6 points of damage.
Ignoring him, I just turn and walk down the stairs.
All right. Cole walks down further stairs. You come across a huge expanse of a massive cavern several miles wide that's been carved out centuries ago. There are small houses and structures built to the sides. There's old foundries, and all of this has been left behind for purposes you don't know, but the dwarves have left this long ago. This is an abandoned small town outpost of the dwarven community. And it's deathly quiet. No one comes here. You don't know why anyone would want to come down here. And as you make your way across this expanse, it is dark. You're trying to find your way. You hear more hammering and whispered dwarf voices behind you as you leave that section. And way off in the distance, past some of this dwarven ruins, you can see a house-looking structure built into the side of the mountain, underground mountain. And there's a little bit of light. It's the only other light that you can see. Making your way through this darkness, all you hear are your footsteps and your footsteps. You've traveled a long time to get here. It's been a long time for you to get here. And as you get closer and closer, you start to hear little disagreements and fussings and the clattering of tools and curses as a thumb is hit by a hammer. And you get closer and closer, and you hear the gnomish voice of one of your friends that you have come all this way for. You walk into this, what was once a town hall or a guild hall for this dwarven community long ago. And as you go inside, you see structure's again been abandoned. It's dirty, it's dusty, but you see makeshift small little metal devices, little trinkets, little toys that are new. You see a wooden bed that's nice with a curved little sleigh type look to it. You see there's a beautiful little table that's been set up with a little pantry and food, like a makeshift camp here. And at the far end of this larger room, you can see there's this strange machination, a huge wall with strange devices of a locking mechanism, pistons, pins, panels that have been removed. It's all huge, looking like something, I don't know, NORAD would have to deal with in the case of some sort of nuclear incident. It's all set up, made by the dwarves long ago. Now you have permanent light, magical light sources that are being hung, and hanging from some sort of like metal crane is Fiona, who's got tools in her hands. She's hanging from it, trying to get in, frustratedly tosses another tool, unable to get done on this weird, interesting wall section that she's trying to get done. You see beneath her, standing stoically as always, is Vessel, who's just patiently watching what she's doing with one hand on this small little crane, able to move her or lower her as she needs. Vessel, you turn without Fiona noticing, and you hear footsteps, and you pivot your head behind and see a cloaked figure of a man you know arriving.
Vessel steps away from the crane to inspect this individual.
There's a yelp as Fiona falls. Another wrench goes clattering.
You had one job!
Goes clattering. Fiona, you dust yourself up. Probably don't have something nice to say about Vessel, but then you see a cloaked figure standing in the entrance to this abandoned dwarven area.
Vess, did you invite somebody?
I did not.
Well, this could only be one person.
This is one distinct shape.
Well, well, well. It's been 2 years You finally decided to show up. Where have you been, old friend?
I noticed you didn't come looking. Playing with your toys, I see.
Well, we're on an important mission.
Are you?
Yeah.
Looks very important. What is so important that brings you to the bottom of a mountain that no one lives in?
We're gonna find Vessel's origin story.
That sounds very important.
I didn't know where to find anybody. That's not something that either one of us are good at. That's you.
Is it just you?
Yeah. Where's your brother?
For now,
Well,
it's me.
Where's
You-
Aragus? We don't know. Are all of them alive? We don't even know. We didn't even know if anybody survived.
For someone who's so small, you have so many questions.
Well, because you never give me answers. I just keep asking questions. Hopefully, just hoping that you're going to give me at least an answer to one of them.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
I'm glad you're alive. And Cole will actually get like really, really low down.
Oh no,
Like, on
Fiona
these.
like dropped all of her stuff and like came running at you to hug.
Oh,
After
leaps up
that.
into his arms.
Yay!
Russell's hand goes to his weapon.
I was about to say you've gotten bigger, but it's not true.
No, I have not gotten bigger. Little older.
All right. To answer your first question, everyone's alive.
How do you know?
I've been keeping track of them.
You talked to them all?
Not really.
Oh.
Like you, not everyone's been excited to be out there, to be a part of what Shermordrin has been doing,
Well, who's
who the Legion
excited
has
to...
killed. There's been a few of us.
Who's excited about that? Nobody's excited about that.
But you haven't
Nobody wants
done
to be
anything.
part of it. What am I? It's just me and it's just Vessel and I. What are we
It's you
supposed to
and
do?
Vessel. Do you know how powerful you are? The mind
Not
that you
very
have.
powerful. Can't get into this stupid door.
Well, that's a very big door.
There are many, possibly many more kin past this door. More of my kin.
We've been hunting down the Silent Army, and then we're gonna get after everybody with the Silent Army.
I went to Ganderlock.
Yeah? How is it? We stayed for a little bit, but thought us being there was gonna bring too much harm to the city.
Well, it's doing fine.
Yeah?
You are missed, and it's
By two
very,
people, maybe.
very closed.
That's good. I told them to... How'd you get in? They let you in?
I didn't say I went into
Oh,
Ganderlock.
good. I told them not to let anybody in.
Well, they're following that instruction.
How did you find us?
That's a great question.
I have not been hiding. I have been doing everything possible to fight, to stop. I've been so angry. We were lied to.
Yeah, we were.
And so I found other angry people. And we fought. And we killed. And we have stolen everything that we could to try to take back Caliviaire. To try to take back Canabrin. And
What'd you steal? Was it cool?
it was people.
You stole people?
And
That's
it was
cool.
people all along.
Cool.
There's a word for that.
I'm not proud of everything I've done.
Well, how do
But it
you
was necessary.
Steal people. You rescue people. You don't steal them unless you're Shermordrin and like that bunch. You stole You stole bad people. Ooh.
There's ways I can find things.
Did
And that's
did
what I
you-
need.
Did you torture people?
This really isn't about me.
That's I don't like
This is
how
my
you
story,
didn't
it's
answer
yours.
that question.
The things that I've done are vast, and the people that I have organized and sent to their deaths have been more than I would like to count.
That's. I mean, you like killing people.
That's
Have you
true.
lost that taste?
Depends on what you define as people.
Well,
The thing is,
that army is not people.
I assume it did not take you 2 years just to find us.
no.
I know you've been hard at work.
I
But
have
why
built a
are
network
you here?
because for everyone that I've sent out, for anyone that's listened to what I've said, or more importantly, has not listened to what I've said, they're just not good enough. They cannot do what you can do. And they are not heroes. I felt like we used to be heroes. And I think we can be
We
again.
used to be.
I think we still
For-
are.
Brief period. I don't know. We really did bad things.
You really were deceived. Yes,
Doesn't mean we didn't do bad things.
but it does mean that you didn't intentionally do them. There's a difference between being wrong and being evil, Fiona. If you feel like you've done something wrong, I would like to give you a chance to do it, make something right.
Okay.
That's why I'm
listening.
here. I'm going to want you to join me in Ethere. Find me at the Old King Tavern in 1 month. I'll explain everything there.
Where are you going now?
I'm going to get the rest of us back. And Cole stands
Do you
up
think- do you
and
think-
turns and walks.
Wait.
I know you're still going to keep asking questions, but he's just done answering.
You're done? What? Hey, do you have any ideas about this vault door?
And he walks out of the room.
Too late. The theme song started playing.
There could be a whole army behind this door. Think of what a million vessels could do in a fight. Come on.
Footsteps get quieter and quieter as he disappears.
The cloak goes back.
Yeah, over his head. He's just thinking, man, if I had the cool kick-ass explosion behind me in slow motion, she'd still be talking over it.
I mean, that's only one vessel, but like a million, like lesser vessels. It'd be pretty great. Be a lot of help. Where are you going?
He's out of eyesight. 1 month.
It's the next day.
He's not coming back, is he?
I'm still talking to you. Send that.
Cool.
It is sometime later, far to the southwest, in the kingdom of Navarre, in the town known as Tavern. It is a riverside town in the middle of the kingdom that is close to Caliviaire. The town is your typical fantasy town with one interesting exception these days. In the middle of a plaza where many escapades have happened in the town's past, now a large section of the plaza is dominated by a colorful tent. A tent that is wide, but also a section of it that is extremely tall. 50 feet tall it reaches up. And it is nighttime. There is some jugglers outside the tent trying to draw attention to the show. There's a little fire breather blasting fire, and someone in a little top hat saying, "Come on, come join the Twilight Circus. We've got so much to see. Come in, you sir." And he starts waving and bringing in different families who are hesitant, but they toss in their silver. Some other person comes by and, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the immortal mime. You'll see the immortal mime tonight. Come on in." He tosses in his silver, and then a tall, hooded, cloaked Goliath walks up. Doesn't need much coaxing. Walks in, tosses in 2 gold, not knowing how much to pay. Walks on past. He says, "Yes, this man knows a good show. Come in. You'll see it all here at the Twilight Circus." Our hooded Goliath walks in. There are chairs set up. But he doesn't take one of those. He stands in the back, watching from behind of the crowd. Bunch of townsfolk are here. Families, people that are excited that the Twilight Circus has come into town, and a show begins. It's got magical little firework that goes off. That's way too close and too loud. Then there are some jugglers that are tossing some knives back and forth. And it's really exciting. Then some people come out and they start to sing, and it's very exciting. And our Goliath watches closely, but he doesn't recognize any of the 6 singers in that group whatsoever. And he continues to watch more of the show. There's someone on some little unicycle thing on a rope, and just getting everyone's caught up and they're excited and they're clapping, but our Goliath, the hooded Goliath, is motionless and stoic in the back. Then our top hatted gnome comes out with his little walking stick and taps it and says, "When we are here for our big show, really big show, we're here for our big show. I know you have heard about him from far and wide. We have traveled across the kingdom and from exotic places from afar. I give you the most dangerous, the most riskiest halfling you have ever seen, who can take any punishment known to man. I give you the immortal mime!" And he points off to the side. Another magical light flares up, and there we see Aragus. Aragus the Bard is in the limelight.
That's about right. That's about right.
It's just the Goliath.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. And the crowd claps, and you can tell Cole, standing in the back, that a bunch of the crowd are here to see him. The circus is fun and all, but they're here to see what this guy can do. Our MC comes out and says, "Now, the immortal mime can take any punishment you can give him. Here, you young lad," and hands the equivalent of a 2x4 to a strapping young guy. "Go ahead and see what kind of blow the immortal mime can take." And the young man comes up, and I'm seeing Alistair already gritting up for the blow. And he comes over and he grabs hold of this 2x4, walks up, looks nervous. No, go ahead, as hard as you can. And he rears up and cracks the 2x4 across Aragus, snapping it in half. Cole, you know Aragus was blessed, in quotes, or cursed with this power of immortality from long ago, 2 years ago. But you're now getting a look at it. He's giving a thumbs up of happiness to the crowd, but you can see he is dealing with the pain of it from every blow that's given to him. Your MC says, all right, now for our main events. And they start lighting up some lanterns. Some acrobats go up quickly and light up lanterns up a huge platform 50 feet up with a big thin little ladder that goes all the way up to the top. He says, our immortal mime will go all the way to the top of the 50 feet and will be incentivized to drop down all 50 feet through that razor-sharp wire mesh, shredding himself to pieces. And our own fire starter has the most hottest flame ever imaginable. And in the big pool of what should be water, the fire breather breathes water, and a huge bonfire erupts with liquid fuel and a huge flame. The crowd goes, ah, and they all back up. And he says, and only the immortal mime will be able to do this and survive. They're big gasps. There's some sort of little bard in training who's just hitting a little drum. And Aragus approaches, and he kind of has... is Aragus a big showman? Is he excited? What's his take on this? What's his body language?
Yes, so... anyone that has known Aragus over a certain amount of time may be able to see beneath the veil, but Aragus is doing his best getting hit with the 2x4, getting the tomatoes and limes thrown at him. He's ducking away as best he can to hide any signs of pain or any frustration, anything like that. But he always bounces right back, or even if he puts on an extra sway or two, he always tries to bounce right back, get back on his feet. This is the highest he's ever done this particular stunt before. It's normally about 30 feet. But they're pushing him.
The flames are nothing. It's just the
It's
height.
not the flames. It's not the wire. It's not the height.
It's the crowd.
It's the extra 20 human feet that is getting to Aragus right now as he climbs up.
He climbs up and up and up. Aragus gets to the very top of this rickety platform. Cole, you see two guys sitting in front of you. One of them says, "No way he does this. No way." The other one says, "No, it's just an illusion. It's just magic, just tricking us." Someone else smacks him and said, "No, I saw this in another town, and it's real. Oh, it's gross." And Aragus gets to the very top, and then he takes a blindfold and puts it over his eyes. The MC says, "We will ask for perfect silence here for the immortal mime to be able to perform this amazing feat of constitution and strength. And tonight, we are doing 2 new additions to the act."
What?
He says, "Beyond all of this, we have never gone as high. This will be the farthest the mime has ever fallen. And the new addition, he will not be leaping." He reaches down and pulls a crossbow into position and loads a crossbow bolt. "He will be shot down from the platform for this trick." The crowd
Seems like overkill.
Really? Bring on the muscles! Aragus is looking strained. Thumbs up. The MC points the crossbow. Aragus has his blindfold. Is it a blindfold on, or is he peeking it all underneath?
Yeah, no, he just took his little scarf and just tied it on. He can't see anything.
Lit up a cigarette.
And the MC holds up his crossbow and points it and aims it very closely. "Now, if we would all please give me a count of 5. And the audience goes, 5, 4, 3. The crossbow quivers. 2, 1. Shoot! And the crossbow flies up, pierces the poor halfling. You see him pained, and what happens?
Aragus tries very hard not to say ow. And he gives a couple bounces and sways. And you see Aragus, not gracefully, no swan dives, no trapeze artist type gymnast, 10 out of 10. Aragus collapses onto just it. He tries to make it look graceful, but he knows it's not going to be graceful. So he just falls. 1 salt, 2 somersault, a gainer, a back crust, belly flop.
He hits the mesh wire. You tears. There's skin and stuff tearing. You see some blood. The crowd gasps. Someone screams. Someone covers their eyes. He falls further.
Maximum service away.
He falls again further and then splat into the fire. More plumes of smoke and flame jut out. More gasps. "Oh my God!" Hush now, hush now, hush now. And the MC quiets. And what happens? And there's a thumbs up from Aragus as he gets out, flames getting patted off of him. There is a cheer from the crowd. There we have it, our immortal mime.
The white makeup is all black. He's charred off.
Cole, you can see from there that he is cut, he's bleeding, he's burnt, but you can even see now some of the wounds starting to heal upon him. You see him really pained, and you hear one last line from the 2 guys in front of you, like, "Boy, that's a tough way for a halfling to earn some silver." And the show, more applause, and then there's some more fun little things that happen after that. It is after the show. You are behind the scenes, going past some of the circus wagons that are parked behind the tent, and there you see Aragus. Looks like he's doing some makeup or something.
Taking it off.
And he's in just his own little covered wagon with the rest of the strange carnies back there. And Cole, you walk through with your stoic little hood, catching the eye of some of the people, but they're not worried you're going to hurt them.
That won't be a problem.
Are you here for the strongman auditions?
Moving past, I'm just gonna kind of reach in or peek my head into Eric's tent.
Yeah.
Or little wagon.
Yep.
I remember a time when you sang so beautifully that the entire street stopped to watch you. We were trying to do a stupid distraction, right? 2.5 years ago, trying to get under some sewers. But your singing was so impressive that no one would look away. And then when you got that loot, you were unstoppable.
Aragus, you hear the voice first of Cole you haven't heard in 2 years, and you look and you see his face you didn't think you'd see again.
Look how far you've come.
Ergus looks at the empty tip jar.
He taps on it a little bit. He knows this might work on Cole. Several
Might be the
platinum
best
bars
performance
are
of
dropped.
the year.
Ergus, part of the trick to being immortal is that Ergus doesn't speak. It's not that he can't, it's just that he's chosen not to. With that, whenever he's not performing, he's got a little like chalk board that a little kid might use on his chest.
It has some mostly erased penises.
Yeah.
On it currently. You don't know why.
He's not the one writing on it most of the time. It's on his back.
The rest of the carnies really just don't like him.
My feelings aren't immortal.
He quickly scribbles something on it, but he's like not taking his eyes off of you. And he holds it up and it just says, "How?"
Yeah, that's a good question. Pain, sorrow, couple of bribes here and there, and a lot of blood.
He erases. And he writes, "I've known a thing or two about pain these past couple years."
And look how far you've come.
Erases it. Why are you here?
Cole draws a sword and slashes at your chalkboard.
Ergus takes a cautious step back.
It clatters broken to the ground.
I'm not here to read stories about the immortal mime. I'm not here to look at tents and watch you hurt yourself on purpose so that you can think you've made it, so you can get by, so you can be a performer. You're not a performer, Aragus. Your music is made for the world, but you don't just make music, do you? You make magic. You have an ability that I have tried to replicate 9 times. And 9 times, I've watched them die. It wasn't even hard. You can stay alive. You can do this forever. You've made it. Congratulations. The audience loved you. If this is how you want to live, good luck. But if you want to fix things, if you want to be the hero that you are, and if you want to go out there and make a difference again, see me in 3 weeks. I'm going to be in a theatre at the Old King Tavern. You might even see a friend or two. Good talking to you.
Just before Cole leaves the door, you hear a voice, a familiar voice, you might say. Do you know what it's like to trust someone to the very letter and have every word they say turn against you and all matter of trust be lost? Do you know what it's like to lose a brother? And if you turned around, you would see the last remaining bruise on his face is still there.
Cole doesn't turn around. He looks over his shoulder and says, yes. And then walks away.
All right. Jeremy, you need a hero point. Holy cow.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Holy cow.
You're halfway through this and you got one, so you know what you're doing.
But do your horror. Arrogance, you're on stage.
Dance monkey.
You're up next 5 minutes.
Puts on some makeup, bro.
Steve-O, we need you now. It is sometime later. A little more east, closer to the kingdom of Caliviaire, but still outside of its border in the town of Embrick. Inside a dilapidated rented house, Cole, you are seated at a table that your friend Valamir has been chatting with you briefly. Valamir approaches and brings a goblet of some cheap wine for each of you and puts it on the table, brushing across a mass of scrolls with all sorts of crazy symbols and stuff and writings and scribblings, just tossing them all to the floor to make room for your drinks. You've already introduced and said your welcomes, but you're really eager to see what the hell this Goliath is doing here.
What are you doing here?
I understand that you have a theory. It's been a while. 2 years, actually. And I'm glad to hear that you're still alive and doing whatever it is that you wizards typically do.
Nah.
But you're doing it a lot less clean than I think I've seen you do it before.
Well, I have more things on my mind of late.
Like what?
Valamir just sort of looks around, and there's writing everywhere, in different spots. It's truly the conspiracy theory meme. It's just there's things everywhere, writing and
Is it on walls?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's commitment. All
yeah,
right.
it's formulas and lines, ley lines, cascading arcs. There's all sorts of stuff.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If Cole were smart,
Yes.
would there be some sort of echoing thing that he had seen before in some of your father's works?
Yes, but it's all encrypted now. It's
Okay.
basically everything is ciphered
All right.
to something specific for that only Valamir knows. So if you could decipher,
Oh, so he has no. All right.
Yeah.
He's locked.
What you're saying is called stupid.
I've been thinking about things, the lines,
I've seen
how
you.
we could have stopped it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been done. I did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are.
Yep.
All done.
And what are you here for?
I wanted to see what you were thinking about.
Well, you've seen. Now you can go. And
What's that mean?
you what?
That part right there. What's that mean? You were looking at that twice.
It's the last of the cascading arcs.
Which one? I just want to know which. I just need to know. I can't read it.
This isn't why you're here. Why are you here?
I want to know what you're thinking, And that's what you were thinking about. What's that?
It's about the cascading arcs.
What does that mean, Valimir? What are you thinking?
It's
What are
what
you,
we
his-
did. It's what I did. I was the one who trusted the Cabal. I helped them. I convinced the rest of you.
Yeah.
And those arcs, those are the 3 points that we opened up for Share Mordred.
Okay.
That's what that is.
What's that?
More of the same.
What's behind you?
Why are you here?
Because you're not thinking. You're stuck. Look at your entire house. Not only are
Does
you
this
in-
look like a crazy person's house?
Wiping drool off with one hand.
You call this a house?
You are one of the smartest people I have ever met. You were made a professor at the Lumine Academy because of the way that you
Honorary,
can
it
see
meant
magic.
nothing.
Because of the way that you interact with people. And look at what you have done. You trapped yourself in one moment of time from 2 years ago. You're not thinking. You're doing the exact opposite. This is hiding. You're a brilliant mind. You're the son of another brilliant mind. And you know what? As smart as you were lied to the exact same way I was. You were fooled the same way I was. And that is not your fault.
I can see why you would think that, but it is.
Oh, really? And what is your evidence of that? Where's that written?
And Valimir sort of motions like to the whole house, like it's all here. All of it explained here.
What about the other side? What's on the other side, Valimir?
Death.
Do you know that?
Well, I've sent enough there. My
Let's go
own
look at the other
family.
side. Right now. Come here. And he stands up and he walks out.
Okay, he walks out by himself.
He turns around and reaches in the door. It's a lot easier if I don't have to carry you.
Wiggle waggle.
Valimir takes his time. He takes another drink, but finally with more, and not out of like, more out of just resignation and exhaustion than any like.
Not malice.
Yeah, not malice, not showmanship. It's literally just fatigue
Yeah.
that is taking him time, and he eventually does follow you out, and like shields his eyes.
Shields his eyes. Fucking right?
Yeah.
What's that?
You ask a lot of questions.
I learned from someone who knows how to ask questions. On the other side of your scrawls, your thoughts, your blame, is the rest of the world, Valimir. There's a lot of people out here that have been suffering because we all got lied to.
Yeah, I think
And
I
we're
did enough
trying
for
our
those people.
best to fix it. And I think one of the only people in the entire world that can is stuck from 2 years ago.
I don't think I can help you. I don't think I can fix this.
How about I help you? Come join me for one last job. I'll show you what you're not seeing in your calculations. Meet me in 2 weeks. The Old King's Tavern in Ethere. I'll show you what you can do. And take a bath.
Still haven't answered my question.
No, I didn't. And he turns and walks away.
I liked him more when he was with his brother. And he turns around and
All
walks
right.
back in the house.
You said one last job. I was waiting for Valimir to go, God damn it, I'm in. All right. It is sometime later to the south of where we last were, in the outskirts of the kingdom of Thave, a kingdom known for its xenophobia, thieves, blood witches, and all sorts of nastiness. And in particular, there is a cave.
The Cave of Thave?
A cave in Thave. And in this cave, it is a well-adorned cave. It has a shrine in there. It has a bunch of incense in there, a brazier with smoke emanating, a small cot hidden off to the side, but some kneeling prayer rugs. And kneeling on that is a Goliath. A Goliath with the last name of Boulderfall. A first name of Caven. Caven for the first time, I think, in a cave.
That you know of.
That we know of, that we've seen. Caven, you are there praying and thinking and praying, and you've been in this retreat for some time. You hear footsteps approaching, and your instinct to prepare for some sort of trouble, and you have had plenty here while you've been in Thave, is quickly subsided as you instantly recognize the footsteps.
We're back.
Puts down the weed real quick.
You're still here.
It's just incense.
Where else would I be?
I went and saw some friends.
You don't have friends.
We used to.
Cole, you can see that Caven looks different. You've been noticing the change when you visit him from time to time. How does he look a little different, Caven? Physically, looks like he's been through some stuff.
Yeah, he looks a little thin. Still a Goliath, still tall, but not with the bulk that he once had.
Oh, all right. Like sinewy, like old man workout muscles.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, still in shape, but
A Goliath Jack LaLanne.
thin in shape.
Okay.
Like marathoner in shape rather than heavy lifter.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
So you're friends.
Yeah. They're still alive. They're still in shock. And they're ready to make a change.
What change?
The change, Gavin. You can't be here forever. I know you've been going through things. I know there's a reason you felt called to Thave. But it's time. It's time to take it back.
Did you hear from your friend, the 12? Did he come back?
Not yet.
Then, how do you know?
I know because every time I go out there and someone else dies, it feels pointless. It feels futile. There is only one way this is going to be corrected.
The dead army that I don't have.
It's not the dead army. It may be. Maybe that's part of it. But it has to be the living army first. And it has to be us.
The
I know
seer.
you were... Stop. I know you were lied to. And I know you felt betrayed and you felt turned away from. And Solene is wherever she's supposed to be in her fights now. I get it. But we were lied to. I was there too. You didn't just turn your back on her or on all of Caliviaire and Navarre. You turned it on me. And now it's time for you to make it right. You have 1 week. And if you are not in Aether at the Old King Tavern, I am going to come back here and I am going to either drag you out of this cave or end you in it. Do you understand me?
You should leave.
Yeah, I should. I'll see you in 1 week. Pull yourself together. Storms out. A little disappointed that it didn't go as well as he wanted it to.
Oh, all right. Jeremy, gain another hero point. You're maxed out, so you got to bounce it to someone else, though. I'll let you bounce it to someone else.
I'm going to send that straight over to Caven.
All right.
You had so much to say that you didn't get to that was in there, and I want to hear it.
All right. And Cole leaves the hills. We can also see his sword that he has hidden underneath his robe is blood with blood on it, getting here that he knows there'll be blood getting out through these blood hills. But he doesn't mind as he heads northeast back into the kingdom of Caliviaire to the town where he has asked all his friends to meet and hoping that each of them will show up. We will see what happens after our break, and we'll be right back after this. We are back from break. Thank you all for joining us, and feel free to drop by our website, ingloriousbards.com, and check out everything we have to offer there, particularly Discord. Come say hi and chat with us and the other fans and tell us your thoughts about the episodes and shows. We love hearing it from you. All right. In the kingdom of Caliviaire, to the far west border is a small town known as Atharay. This small town is a trading town, or was up to 2 years ago, trading town between Caliviaire and Navarre. Now there's a lot less trade that passes through, and while it is still officially part of the kingdom, and the kingdom is occupied by these dark forces that arrived 2 years ago, this is one of the few places that the forces now known as the Legion don't visit too often. Every so often a patrol of these strange, chitinous, orcish, insecty warrior types will drop by and check out the town. But here you'll find the occasional traveler, the occasional merchant, the occasional smuggler trying to bring goods in or people out of the kingdom. In this small town, there is a blacksmith, some farms, some simple shops, not a large town at all, just a town on the side of the road, main highway there. But in this town is a tavern called the Old King's Tavern. In the back of this tavern is a porched area. There is a fire pit has a thick circular stone little mini wall around it, enclosing it, where you can put drinks, chill out, and relax. And it is early evening time. Cole, you are sitting there, maybe looking as anxious as we have ever seen you look, sitting in this peaceful, tranquil place, but wondering
All by
Hope you don't get
yourself. Stood up by 6 people. You double booked the evening.
yeah, what will happen. You wait, you get another drink, and you wait, and then
Sir, we need the 6 top.
They said they'll almost be here. Just give 5 more minutes.
Grace Bell, party of 5? Grace Bell, party of 5?
After some time, as the sun is just beginning to set, you hear some loud footsteps and little pitter-patter footsteps as Vessel comes through the door and gives you the traditional warm, gregarious Vessel greeting.
Hi.
And behind him is Fiona, and she quickly runs around him and joins you in this back outdoor eating area.
We're the first ones?
Yes, you are.
Did you talk to
The
everybody
only
else?
I did. And I thank
What'd
you
they
for being
say?
here. They They asked questions like you did.
Did you not answer them like you didn't answer me?
I felt like I was on a roll.
It's rude.
You
But
know,
you're here.
you know, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of phoned it in and just came straight here.
I've been waiting for 3 weeks.
It's really far.
Of course we're here.
Thought a pigeon could do the rest of the work.
Why did you choose this place?
I'll explain that once everyone else arrives.
What if no one else arrives?
I'll explain it after we drink a lot.
You begin drinking. It is an hour or so later when the innkeeper says, "Yeah, you want him in the back." And in strides a Goliath, Caven, looking more bedraggled, perhaps a little tired than you recall seeing him last. He looks a little withered. And he strides in, and you see your 3 friends, Cole, Fiona, and Vessel here.
Well, Vessel, upon seeing Caven, would rise to his feet and give a cautious nod.
Does Vessel have eyebrows?
He doesn't have eyebrows.
They've been
not have
bolted on in
eyebrows.
the past couple of years.
She hasn't installed them yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, what literally are they seeing when they see Caven? What is he wearing?
Caven is wearing a hooded shroud. His chain mail is now nothing more than a chain shirt. The bottom half has been torn away. He's thin, he's sinewy, he's still foreboding, but not beefy anymore.
If Vessel were to assess your health in numerals, where would I assume that number to be?
The numerals would be the 4 and 7.
Okay.
If you were to give me a health check.
Give him a pat down. What is it? A
Frisk?
visual pat down?
Oh.
Does Vessel still sense the light of Celine on you?
How about you make an insight roll?
Whoa.
And I'll give you all the information you could possibly want.
All right. If I fail this, I will be spending a hero point on that. Here we go. An 18.
You can tell there is a good-hearted Celine light to him, but something is also different about him significantly, and you can't quite put your finger on it.
Can I put my finger on it? Is it close enough?
Only if you could raise an eyebrow.
I have not seen you in 2 years.
It has been some time. You do not look all too well.
I've had to make some sacrifices.
Like what?
He says innocently.
I've been on a retreat, you could say, of study, of focus. And I've let my body go.
Vessel tries to find 2 items on him from glancing at him. One a cloak. No,
No, there's
just the
no-
one. One a ring. He looks for the ring that he handed you.
Sure, yeah, the ring's still on.
Ring's still on?
Is it like a promise ring? What?
No, it was
The bonding ring, the warding ring.
Yes,
It's a mood ring.
It's a mood ring.
What
great
have you been
feeling.
studying? What you learned?
You both have been on the same journey in different directions, it seems.
No.
She pushes on him. Ow, stop. No. Don't push me over.
he took the meth route.
I follow a new master.
Ride that spectral pony every day.
I'm going to need some money. That's why I'm here.
No, I can't do that.
Methany.
That Sammy's knocking him out of the park right here in our chat. First of all, she says Vessel has Mr. Potato Head eyebrows. Just remove the ones and stick on the ones for the right mood.
But I don't do it. Fiona does.
Fiona does it. You have to change the mood to match what she's put on.
That's right.
And then she says Kaven's just been on a cleanse. And then she
My
said,
new goddess is Methany, is what got me.
Fantastic.
all right.
If you're available on Tuesday nights,
Yeah,
we
for real.
need another party member.
You join the group, you get a little bit more caught up, but there is obviously some wariness in the conversation. It is not too much longer after when I don't know, I don't know what your mood is. The halfling bard shows up, but with like some strange little cuts and bruises, and that he just is just not accustomed to from traveling.
Oh, I regret everything.
Can bleed.
I hope it's not.
Yeah, a shadow in the doorway, and obviously not very assuming shadow or anything.
Did you see something?
No. Well, perhaps a shave might do you some good. And Argus will walk in.
I've been saying that to every tavern from here to now, hoping it would land.
Welcome.
It wasn't easy getting here, considering all that we've been through, but you gave me some time to think about it, and I don't know why I'm here, to be honest with you, but I couldn't stay away.
I appreciate your honesty.
And he looks around, looking for something. You can kind of tell he's not super secure in his position right now.
All right.
He greets everybody, but he's very much
So he's the one person missing.
we'll see.
Cole does get up from his seat and walks around and gives Caven a hug. However, it's happened before. It's happened several times over the past couple of years where I hug you and you're not the same, and it's understood, but the hug is there all the same. And he goes over to Argus in the same way and will reach down with one hand and then pull you forward and hug you in a way that's just not been something he did 2 years ago. But it's a lot.
I'm mortal. I can feel this.
2 years of hugging going up in that one.
Argus joins the group. You guys, again, it's a little slow to warm up, talking a little bit about what you've been doing, and then you guys get some food. It's served. You keep waiting. No one else comes through the door. You drink. You have some laughs, talking about some old times, some of you more so than others. The night goes on, and it's clear that it's just going to be the five of you. It's late. Some of you are trying to figure out what Cole has done, trying to lift your spirits and bring you here, and what's going to happen next. When the final member of the group arrives and Valamir is standing in the rear door to this outdoor eating area.
He walks in and doesn't say anything.
Just sits down.
He doesn't quite know what to say.
Wait, does he walk in and then he walks in again?
Yeah.
He walks in again.
You know what this party needs.
Cole points to a chair.
And he just nods back at Cole and sits down in the chair and gives everybody an appraising look. His eyes resting for a really long time on Argus, and trying to assess, maybe make an insight check onto Argus's current disposition.
You don't need one. You're not getting Argus's. You're not meeting his gaze right now.
I thought you were trying to get a gist on his immortality, and there's faster ways to check that out.
He's a poke me with a stick.
All right. It's your evening.
Everyone fed? Good. Everyone sober? Close enough. We've been through, I can only imagine, some horrible atrocities over the past 2 years. Whether they've been done to ourselves, done to each other, or the circumstances of where we lived and where we decided to live. But we're not the only ones. The Legion is here. And they are not planning on leaving anytime soon. Sher Mordrin has been looking for you. He's been looking for all of us. I still don't know why. But I do believe that a part of that is because we have the ability to be his undoing. In the same way that we were the part of the reason that he's here. That he's in Varen entirely. I have been a part of the rebellion since it started. I have become a general. I have become a soldier. And I have led men to their deaths and sent others on their own. All of them are fools compared to the men around this table. And women.
What? Yeah.
We have the ability to actually make an impact. There's a lot of different types of people that feel different ways about the Legion. Most of them bad, most everyone afraid. But some find that they can benefit from it and have done whatever they can to make it better. One such type snake is named Gullick. Gullick transports things throughout the Legion. He is here to help Sher Mordrin in any way he can. He will bring in goods. He will take out people. And he will bring in slaves or whatever else is felt as needed by the Legion. He's as low as they get.
Is he a human?
He is. And he's a human in the wrong service. But he's also very punctual. He has a trip where he makes his excursions, where he makes his trades every single month, not far from here. And he's about to pass by in about 3 days. I have a place where we can get him. We can ambush the caravan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cole. I'm... Look around. Look at your brother. Look at me. We are not so easily mended, my old friend. You quickly pick up the carrying stick of charging into battle, I noticed. Easier for you than for others. I've learned a thing or two about pain in these past 2 years. But nothing was as painful as what we did to this earth. You expect me to work with these people so easily? To work with myself? After the chaos that we caused? Why us? Why now should we believe that we are capable of any of this?
What a fantastic question. Why? Why would a halfling, a human, a couple of Goliaths who are bastards from birth, a weird little halfling with too many questions, and the only member of the Silent Army to ever exist in the past 100 years, why would we be anything? Why would we have survived on our own for the past 2 years? How could we possibly make a difference when there is a demigod on the planet?
Well, you convinced me.
The answer is because you're tied to him.
Yes, and has it crossed your mind that it is by his will that we even continue to live? Or perhaps, had we not done anything at all, he wouldn't be here in the first place.
The idea of considering that you are smart enough to have done this and able enough to have pulled it off is not only arrogant, it's foolish. And frankly, it's beneath you, Aragus. You know for a fact that you didn't see this coming, that you weren't a part of this. And I can tell you from my experience and evidence and witnesses that I have tortured and killed that this is a long time coming. We are not the circumstances that allowed Shermorgen to finally be here. We are the catalyst. He's not here because you did it. You're here because this was the time for us to arrive. Like it or not, we are the Six. And that is a name that has gone on to cause fear as well as intimidation.
There is advantage in that. Fear amongst our very enemies.
I'm not looking for another thug, Aragus. I'm not looking for a wizard who can do a couple of fancy spells and then to disappear and be invisible. I'm here because I needed heroes. I called you here because we are the Six. And I know Gullick sounds like we're just trying to take out some little supply caravan. But he is a very influential piece of this puzzle. And he can get us so much closer. And no, we don't have to kill him. We can arrest him, and if it will make you feel better, he can face arrest and trial over in Navarre. But if he dies, that also would not be a terrible thing.
I am so sorry, Cole. I cannot find the logic. I understand you and I have had a different 2 years. Your experience tells you one thing. But what we did, it wasn't a matter of the action we took. It was the length and the amount of time, the amount of trust that was lost. It is
Pointed look at Valamir there.
It is beneath me to think we could even possibly make a difference in these events.
The only difference we had made so far is to bring terror to Varen. Why would now be any different?
What else are you two dummies gonna do? You're gonna still sit around and feel sorry for yourselves? Yeah, we messed up. Of course we messed up. We messed up all the time. This one, a little bigger than the others. But we have to fix what we did.
We'll just
We can't let the world live the way it's living right now.
I am no knight, Fiona. I am no...
You can do great things. I've seen you do great things. It took great things to put the world where it's at right now. And it's going to take great things to undo what the world is right now. Cole's right.
This enemy is above us. They used the magic of healing to lure us in, thinking we were doing good deeds. If this is something that you think we can oversee...
We have to try. What good is not doing anything going to do? How many more thousands have to die? We have to try.
It is because of us that millions did die.
And we have to try to right what we wronged.
I am not as tall as you are, Cole. I failed to see the summit of this mountain.
Then trust me. And follow me until you see it for yourself.
You've been awfully quiet. What would you say? Where have you been?
I've been away. Looking for an army.
Well, that makes
That was us too.
makes two of you.
I've been on the other side shoring up this door.
Someone's been banging trying to get in. So you've been looking for an army. You've been looking for an army.
Yes.
But I'm the coward for staying behind and knowing my place.
Nobody called you a coward. Not one of us called you a coward.
You didn't have to say the word.
I just asked what other option do we have? We've sat on our hands for 2 years now. And look at the state of Varennes.
Every time one of those ravenous hordes comes around the old tavern, I retreat into my inner self. I don't know why you've come back for me, Cole. I'm not the same man I once was.
No. None of us are.
You look the same to me.
Well, on the outside, perhaps, but
You haven't aged a day.
about a week. About a week or so. It's entirely interior for me. If I am to be a member of this party again, it will take work for me. I will join you, Cole. But
Can I ask you a favor then? When was the last time you played?
they never let me play my lute.
Will you play tonight?
Ergus kind of looks over to the gentlemen. It's been an honor. Yeah, Ergus looks over to wouldn't be a stage. It's more just like a
Fireplace.
an apple crate or something, you know.
Yeah.
And he doesn't take out the lute that you've seen before. Instead, he has like a pan flute that he isn't really ever played in story, but whatever. But he goes over to the apple crate and he doesn't stand on it, but he sits down on it and starts. At first, just finding the notes, and then eventually he will try to play a relaxing song of rest of some kind.
He was saying your words. Did you notice? For all the blame that you took on. For all as much as you think you did it. So did he.
Well,
You starting to see it now? It was never us.
I still do not see that. It was not, and you are right, it is not us. It was mostly me. I was the one who trusted the Cabal. I was the one with the magical knowledge to make this all come to be. None of this would have happened without me, no matter what the rest of you did.
I was very proud of you. And complete bullshit. It's arrogant to think that you can cause all of this. You don't know how to even get near the Iron Fortress. Nevertheless, how it works, what portal brought it in, or the magic that was caused around it. You know why? Because you weren't there. There was an entire pile of wizards working for years before you even knew about anything. Before your father knew about anything. And they did it all behind your back. Behind her back. Right in front of my face. You're not that smart. You're brilliant. But you can be duped. And you were. This wasn't you. You were the tool at the time. But because you were the tool, you are also its undoing. Look me in the face and think that you are ever going to be duped again. You know you're smarter than that now. You have it in your soul that you will never, ever, ever be outsmarted like this again. That's why Sher Mordrin fears you. That's why he fears us all.
I felt that before, and I was wrong. And I have no reason, honestly, to believe that you are correct now. But as evidenced, I am here. And I have thought for 2 years about doing what I could against Sher Mordrin. And yes, he has worked for quite some time to get to here. Before my time, before my father's time. But we were the catalyst, as you said. And we brought this. And perhaps it would have happened in time regardless. But I am here now. And though I am not the same as I was, as Aragus is not, as we all are not, I am not the same. But I am here. And for now, that will have to be enough.
It's more than enough. I'm grateful to see you. I'm grateful for all of you. We have a lot to do. Let's get to it.
We all go,
Let's
go
go
in.
kill some Nazis.
Old instinctively gets up and walks away without looking.
I always do this when they ask questions. It makes me uncomfortable.
Meet me in this other town in a week's time.
We just keep following from town to town.
I'm gonna go. No.
No
Wait, a
real
week. I gotta
goal.
get a start.
Can you all split up again? Hold on. I did it wrong. All right, you guys done for the night then? Sounds like it. Then what are you up to?
Well, given the fact that the sensitivity of everything like this, Vessel is taking more of a proactive guardian position for the rests. So when they're resting, he's actually statuesque in the corner, eyes out the window, and watching the streets for activity, specifically that in for the Legion and
All right. You guys were able to get a couple rooms upstairs.
Yeah, I took care of that ahead of time. Used my gold to make sure that there was
Great, but
space.
still, it was only 3 rooms with 2 people per room. Still,
I don't have that much silver.
and you're back to sharing rooms once again, and
That's gonna be uncomfortable.
Valerie and Aragus with 1 bed.
Yeah, Aragus is a bard, and one of the bard feats is that I can pay for a room by playing my instrument.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
separate room and board for Aragus.
It is the next day. You guys are up, and it's Cole. It's good to see your friends there again, but the excitement is not as much as you would hope. There's glances at each other. What's really happening? It's a little slower for them to get going.
Even in the morning, we come down one at a time.
Dramatically.
Same staircase. We just have to wait for each.
Coffee.
What would you guys like to do?
Oh, you still eat your breakfast like that, I see.
You still chew with your mouth open.
Still chew with your mouth open.
Just
What's-
as disconcerting as it was before.
So what's your plan, Cole? We're gonna get this smuggler. How are we gonna do it? What do you need from us?
All right. So his caravan passes by here as he heads in towards Canterbury with the Legion, and we're going to stop him. There's a spot in between here and there, about 4 hours from here, that puts him in a vulnerable place. We're able to jump in and ambush. We can snag him, snag the caravan, whatever's in it, without any other interference of security. There's a good cutoff point that we can use. I have a couple of teammates that I can add in for a distraction, but they're not going to be a part of the real plan.
How much security does he have?
An adequate amount, but he's used to being able to travel kind of freely around the Legion, so there won't be something they're waiting for it, because no one gets ambushed. They just don't. He has gotten cocky, and that's why this is a good time for it, because they're going to be lax, not looking for us.
He has information we need.
Not just that. He has information, he has connections, and he has access to places that we have not been able to get into before.
So we need him alive.
At least until we get the information we're looking for. If he can't make it out, we can find stuff on him, I'm sure.
You gonna torture him?
Only if I have to.
Oh. How?
Well, I have a couple of techniques I like to use. It usually involves chopping parts off one at a time.
I have some
With
thoughts.
a mace?
I have some thoughts
Oh, no, he's
on
got a sword now.
torture as well.
Okay. I'll get your ideas when we get there.
It's creepy.
Wait, what did Vessel hear you say?
Huh?
What did Vessel hear you say?
He didn't say loud enough for Vessel to hear.
He thinks he hears something and he turns, but then turns back.
And if you look at our chat again, Bat Sammy, just a weird thing. One message: I love this group so much. Next message: rats in a bucket and a torch. Just a weird combination of sentences. All right.
Excellent torture method, by the way.
You guys head out on horseback and head out to a mountain pass where this expensive coach by this gentleman named Gullick is definitely known to be found. As Cole mentioned, he is not expecting much trouble, although he does come with quite a bit of security, but there is an arrogance he's had for some time.
What Aragus is in his pocket?
Right. You head to the place, get there in not too long of a time, and it is in a mountainous area covered with trees, ravines that are hard to traverse. You're making your way around and can find where that spot is at. You have no connections. Your connections do not show up, Cole, for any distraction. And so you will hastily cobble together a plan to do a pincer movement, come down on the mountain from 2 different sides of the only road down the mountain pass to prevent anyone from getting out. Communication is not as tight as it was from 2 years ago. You guys are not striking in the middle of the night as you had expected. There's some miscommunication, stumbling.
Communication was never good in the first
wasn't it?
place.
It's even worse. And it ends up being an attack in the morning hours. You can see there is a coach with some gear unloaded and some horses that are tied off, and about maybe a dozen guys, some on just lazily on guard over a ravine in this mountain area with, again, big pine trees around it and a bridge over some water, and then others just relaxing or slowly waking up. You can barely see each other from the distance, and then start making your way down through the woods to the road, and then quickly start closing in on either side of the road to this coach. As you do, you are spotted as you get close in, and a human mercenary with one at his side says, bandits, bandits! And arrows are let loose and fly at as your two groups close in from two different sides. And we have a battle map showing it now. If you'd like to check out the battle map, you can check out the video on our YouTube page and follow along.
Before this would have started, we all have 8 temporary hit points.
8?
Wow.
Wow.
That's huge.
And this won't take long, Tom. Don't you?
All right.
We might die.
So you can see our battle on the map right now. Hopefully, Chris, you've got good control over all of that.
Nope.
It's
Technical issues.
It's being laggy.
Being laggy.
Yeah.
All right. I will take control.
Stuck on the
I forget. Yeah, I have an error message popping up too.
Hardware acceleration.
All
Yeah.
right. Do an F5 if you can to refresh.
Very pretty.
It's not
If
working.
not, we'll do it Theater of the Mind, except for Jeremy and I. All right, so what we have is a path that goes essentially east to west over a ravine with a bridge, and there is a small camping spot for with the coach and your gentleman named Gullick. He is stirring, getting out of his little tent that he has set up, rubbing his eyes, going, what? And he can see his guards going, bandits! And more shots are firing off. To the east are 2 bandits. To the west is 1 bandit, as you guys are coming in 3 on each side.
All human?
The mercenaries are humans.
Oh, we're the bandits. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are
Sorry.
the bandits. You are the bandits. Next.
Are we the sticky bandits or the wet bandits?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I
you
seem
got-
to have control temporarily.
Got the map now? All right. Next to Gullick is a hired wizard who is now looking around and casting some defensive spells. But of better or more increased interest to you guys, there are not 1 but 2 Legion warriors. These orc chitinous insect creatures that have come down with the Iron Fortress with Sher Mordrin. 2 of them have been on a part of this entourage, and they pull out their energized lances and are getting ready to fire at the attackers. This is your first, for most of you, maybe not Cole, engagement with these Legion warriors, and our battle is started. First up is, poignantly enough, Valamir.
All right. Shit, I was absolutely not expecting this. I don't even know where I am right now.
You're northeast.
All right, so northeast. There I am.
Oh, yeah, zoom out.
Yep. So Valamir will delay his action. I am so not ready to do anything.
Valamir?
Actually, I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Casting Mirror Image.
And there's no pomp or circumstance about it. It's just... And there's more...
You're just gonna lean back
more vowels. Yeah.
and just sigh and
Be
wave
like,
the hands.
you know what this needs? Not more of me.
Wow. Wind blown.
You're
they
so
all
dumb.
Are they all various levels of disheveled?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some are unshaved.
Oh, yeah, it's just everybody just...
They get progressively more disappointing.
Last guy's not even in a robe, just a bathrobe with a coffee mug.
Yeah.
I don't know I'm here.
Just duplicity or multiplicity, whatever they
Yeah,
chose.
Multiplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you cast that spell. Next up are
And I'll move forward 30 feet.
all right, our 4 mercenaries. The first one is to the west, who fires a bow at the closest target, which is should not be vessel. Sorry, wrong one.
Woo! Too
That
far.
should be. We'll clean that up. A little switcheroo.
Back there.
What?
Hold on.
Fiona and
Give us
Vessel
a
aren't
moment.
together?
Now they will be.
Okay.
So whoever this is, I dragged over there. Who is this I'm dragging?
That's
Cole.
cool.
Cole, shoot! Critical hits from the bow.
Whoa.
Yes.
Damn.
Dang.
17 plus 5, 22 points of damage as your general is immediately brutally hit.
Ah! Again.
Second shot is fired. This one at Fiona misses. Another shot is fired. This one also at Fiona.
But
And
he's from the guys in the south of us.
this is the guy on the bridge currently, the
Okay.
east side of the bridge. He fires with a total of 20.
That hits.
Wow.
But minimum damage, just 4 damage.
From that far away. How far is that?
And there is a last guard who
80
is
feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, firing at. He's gonna fire at Valimir, but you have some cover there with those trees.
And my shield is out as well. So
Um,
AC 17.
all
at the
right,
moment.
and he takes a shot. Where's his shot? There he is.
No, wait,
a
no,
total
I'm sorry, 19.
total of 21.
That
one does he
will, yep, make a roll and see if he hits me. Or,
Go
yep,
ahead and roll
I'll roll.
for me if you will.
And he, 16, so I am down a mirror image.
You have +5 armor class though, because of the big cover that you have.
Oh, okay, then he missed, actually.
Okay, great. He tries to fire through the trees, but misses. All right, next up is Fiona Tumblepot. It's in the northeast.
Yeah. Targeting the closer of the two soldiers down south. She's going to. She'll actually. Will she stay there? What's my?
90 feet.
Yeah, we'll stay there. Send a firebolt down that way. With probably a miss with an 11.
11 is a miss.
And then this is from Vessel's cannon, or the cannon on top of Vessel. That's going to be garbage 2 with 12. And then she will move up behind Valimir.
You move 25.
Yes.
There we go.
Where's the vessel? Okay.
I just left your side. I know you don't like that.
All right. The spellcasting
Where's the other
protector, he
region?
steps out a small distance and casts some sort of protective shield over himself, and that's his only action. Cole, you are to the west. You've just been hit by an arrow. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Screaming and raging, running forward to take this guy apart. When you guys see him run off, the cloak that he's had just kind of comes apart as he releases it, and you see over the shoulder as he reaches behind himself a Goliath-sized battle axe that has been framing his entire back this whole time. That he just comes up, reaches and goes for it with one hand and does a massive swing.
Well, you're 40 feet away.
Oh, he's gonna keep running.
'Kay.
Yeah,
Oh, are you charging?
it's not a charge, but he's doing a double move and using his action surge.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
committing to a big hit. He's pissed.
Big hit. Wow, that bounced.
Reroll that.
Doesn't count. Got to roll it inside.
Shoot, that's 17.
17 is a crunch.
All right, hit him for 7 on the first swing, and then back over on. Oh, sorry, 7 plus 5, 12.
12. Juicy hit. Blood splatters.
Back over with the other hand, same amount. So, what'd I say? That was 15.
Is that what you rolled to hit? Is a miss. You said 17 last time.
I did say 17 last time. Sorry, I'm trying to do the math. This is a 7 plus 8, 15. Yep. So that was a miss the second time.
All right. Swing and a hit. Swing and a miss. Action surge spent. Aragus, you're up next.
Okay, Argus will run my 25 feet towards the enemy there. And then can you give me a 60-foot range, just who in
It's
that?
going to be Cole and the guy. are
Okay,
the
just
only
them.
2 people in range.
Is he still in 30 feet, the enemy?
They are, yep, 30 feet.
Okay.
There's more than that. 60-foot range.
Oh, okay.
Who's
All right.
who else is in 60 foot?
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
fine.
That guy.
So one of the Legion Warriors and the
Legion Warrior.
hired spellcaster, and the other. Legion
So
Warrior.
just the one closest to Cole, and then
Keep going.
and the one to the north.
Oh.
Is he a humanoid?
He
I
is
don't know what
humanoid.
it is.
He is
Human,
a
okay.
Legion Warrior.
Legion Warrior, yeah.
And for my reference, are the chitinous creatures humanoid?
That's
They are humanoid.
Okay.
the Legion. Warrior.
Same guy.
They look different.
No,
the
there's
humanoid that we're pointing to is the Legion Warrior.
but
He's
there's
the Chitness.
okay. I will attack him and the enemy closest to Cole with a hold person cast at level 3.
Oh.
And I will say to them. Actually, let me just do the one, so I don't use my level 3 spell slot real quick.
Okay. So level 1 hold person.
It's a level 2 spell. I'm sorry.
Level 2. Hold person.
Yeah.
Who's
So
your
level 2
target?
spell slot on the one holding Cole.
Okay.
He is paralyzed.
If he fails, what save? Give me the save.
I'm sorry. A wisdom saving throw.
All right. Here it comes.
It's my wisdom.
He, I think, is passed with an 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good,
Yeah. Never
good
mind.
roll.
He shrugs it off.
For a bonus action, I will say to Cole, "You can do better than I can." I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, check up the immortality.
I told you I'm not worth shit right now.
Vessel.
Why did you bring me?
Vessel starts to take into a new stride, moves 30 feet towards the bridge section. And as he's passing by Fiona,
So that right? Do you want to be right beside Fiona? Because
not right beside, I'm making for the bridge section.
Okay.
all
so
of
you
the-
won't
at least from
technically
here, the-
pass, Fiona then.
Within range, at least,
Okay.
just passing in that direction. Thank you, though. All of the fighting is across that bridge. No enemies on our side that I can
There's
see.
two
some
in
guys,
south.
some guys down here,
Some
and
guys
guy
down
right
there.
and then
All
everybody's
right.
kind of splattered about.
Says in passing to Fiona, if this goes poorly, and casts Warding Bond upon Fiona,
Okay.
and draws out his weapon and shield and prepares for additional combat
It can't
past here.
go poorly.
And for people who do not know, what does warding bond mean?
Warding Bond, level 2 spell, attached specifically to Fiona in this case. It adds 1 armor class, provides resistance to all forms of damage, which Vessel shares half of that with her.
All right. Okay, next up are the Legion Warriors. There is one that has just stepped onto the bridge in the middle of our map over the ravine with the water below. He levels his energized lance and is firing across the ravine at Valamir, but this is pushing the range of his weapon, and he is at disadvantage to pull this off. So that's the good news.
Which Valamir?
Sorry, what do you mean, which Valamir?
Well, there's many Valamir.
There are many Valamirs.
Oh, okay. All right, he's shooting at you. With that roll, that did not come through. Stand by. He is shooting at you with advantage. How do I get disadvantage?
I'll just take the lower of the 2
I'm
numbers.
figuring out my UI. It's been 2 weeks. Is it control? It's control. All right. He blasts at you with a 9 and then shoots a second time with an 8 and misses with both of those. The energy lashes out, laser-like white energy, and blasts the trees nearby you. The other one steps out from around the coach, the expensive-looking coach, and it's going to blast at Aragus.
Oh.
Twice.
Oh.
Aragus, 14 to hit.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a hit.
That
and
is a hit.
23 to hit.
That's a big old hit.
You take 11 points of lightning damage.
Wow.
18 points of lightning
Holy
damage.
buckets.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
Aragus gets 2 blasts center
Where's Aragus
mass.
from me? Way the hell over there.
The turn is,
Okay.
Oh,
okay, the turn is almost over, except last but certainly not least is Caven.
So Caven.
What do you have in your hands, by the way, Caven? We just mentioned a cool axe that Cole has.
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing.
Caven just starts bolting out, kind of after his brother, and so he moves his 30, and as soon as he gets his 30 feet, he just stops and he kind of Spider-Mans his hand, and you hear 2 cracks, and you see 2 bolts of energy go towards each of the Legion.
Oh, all right.
What kind of energy?
Force.
What do they look like?
They look like white lightning. White lightning.
White lightning.
Go ahead and make 2 spell attack rolls, please.
Oh yeah, I have to do that.
Sounded encouraging.
That's a 6. I'm gonna use a hero point.
He wants to make a good first impression.
I really do. There we go. That's better. 21
21 is a hit.
and 25,
Is a hit.
Ooh, nice.
and those are
Does Vessel see this?
I don't know.
Mm,
Does
no.
Vessel
Far
see
away.
this?
You're pretty far away.
And
Bolts
that's
of lightning from his hand and fireballs from his ass.
And
His-
I believe
his arse.
it's plus 4.
yeah.
Little brave heart.
And on the first one, that's 13. The second one, that's 9.
13 and then 9 damage. You hit both of them. They are barely injured, but they did take the hits. And you get a weird cockeyed glance from Cole as the energy goes blasting past him. We are back up to Valamir.
I don't know if we can retcon. I would have had my new ability, Manifest Mind, up and running.
Okay, sure.
And so Valamir, I mean, it does only take a bonus action, but Valamir will head 30 feet closer to the action here. And actually, I can just, I think, summon it in that moment, because I can summon it up to 60 feet away. And then what I'm going to do, which we'll eventually need a token for that guy.
I got it. Just tell me where you want it, or I'll just put it right here for you.
Yeah, it's going to be over here.
Can you control them?
I think so. Maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe. No, it doesn't look like I can actually
That's
move
right.
it.
I'll make the change.
So it'll be kind of in the midst. And one of the nice things about the Manifest Mind is I can cast the spell at the location of the Manifest Mind. And
So what is this?
it is a spectral spell book is what it looks like. It is my awakened spell book. So my spell book is actually a sentient being that I work in conjunction with through the Order of Scribes.
Like Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, oh, boo.
And so, yeah, so it basically is an insubstantial, spectral, ghostly tome. Think Necronomicon type style.
Got it, yeah.
And it floats around of its own will, but I can see through it. I can cast some spells through it, a number, which I'm going to cast right now, in fact.
Okay. Can you point or show me where you want it to be? And I'll
Yeah,
move there.
it's going to be, I think, right there.
Okay, across the ravine next to Gullick.
And I measured it out. I'm going to cast slow through there, and it's a 40-foot cube. And I could just hit the 2 Legion guys and the mage and Gullick, I believe, as well.
Okay.
So that's slow. It can affect up to 6 targets. An affected target speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC, dexterity saving and dexterity saving throw, and it can't use reactions on its turn. It can either take an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of the creature's abilities or magical items. It can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If a creature attempts to cast a spell within the casting time of 1 action, roll a d20 on 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. And it's concentration up to a minute.
Okay. And that's wisdom saves they get to make.
Yep.
14 for the hired wizard.
Fail.
A 8 by the Legion guy.
Also fail.
And who else did you get? The warrior?
Yep.
Wisdom save. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Nope, 7.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
So they are all slowed.
All right.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. If you're done, it is warrior time.
Yes, I am done right now.
All
Focusing,
right.
concentrating on the slow. What?
He wants them to come out and play.
Yes.
All right. The warrior that is right next to Cole drops his bow and lashes out with a long sword just one time. With a 14 swing.
No.
And that's all he's got. And tries to get up a little wooden shield in defense. There is another warrior who is firing a bow at the wizard standing out in the open. Valamir. And that is a 13 to hit. Second shot is fired. Oh! And he breaks his bowstring with a natural 1. And there is one on the bridge. He will also shoot at the wizard standing close and out in the open. And his shot is a 17.
That will miss.
Ooh, how does that miss?
Mage armor plus an actual shield in
all right.
hand. So my AC right now is 19.
How'd you get so far ahead?
And
Like, keep
he
moving.
misses. Oh, wait. No, I am so sorry. I am not trying to cheat. He gets a +2 for his martial role of attacker. So he has a 19.
Then my shield reaction will kick in and give me a +5 AC until the end of my next
All right,
turn.
done. Fiona.
Because I do not want to take all that.
nonsense.
With the
Damage.
firebolt action, with a 21 to hit.
And who are you attacking?
Oh, I'm sorry. The northernmost warrior. To the south.
Okay.
So 21 to hit,
Okay, yeah.
25 points of fire damage.
Wow. Boom. Ah! He gets lit up. Badly hurt now. Near death, even.
Oh, well, let's see if we can finish this with the cane and. Yeah, natural 20.
From Vessel's
Vessel's cannon.
All right. He is 65 feet away.
That's 120 feet.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
It just means we're gonna have to play with bigger maps.
Boom. His 7 hit points don't matter. He is obliterated. Fantastic. If you're done, the spell
I will
casting guy
move
can go.
25 feet. Can I move 25 feet?
Yes, you certainly can.
How's that feel?
Did you see what happened?
Across
Are you
the
talking
area?
to me?
I just watched you throw a huge fireball and then explode a guy with a cannon. Yeah, I saw that happen.
The hired
Just
wizard.
like old times.
The hired wizard now goes and he casts a spell, lightning crackling over his fists. However, he's casting it slowly as he has been slowed. Everyone failed that slow, right? All right.
So there's 4 of them currently slowed.
I think I only rolled 3 times. Who was the fourth one?
It would have been the
Gullick himself. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're good. He's not taking any actions. He's hiding, cowering. All right, so he's casting a spell. While slowed, a creature casts a spell with a casting time 1 action, rolls a d20 on 11 or higher, doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action to complete it. 18, he is screwed over and slowly trying to cast this spell. All right, it is, and very confused as to what is going on. It is Cole's turn, still toe-to-toe with the guard.
Ugh. I kind of don't want to worry about him being here. Caven, can you stop that spellcaster?
I'll do what I can.
If you did it now, could you do it? Can you reach him?
I can reach him.
Then do it. I'm going to use Commander's Strike, so my then do it really resonates in you, and you get to take one of my attacks.
Ooh.
And when you do, add 4 points to your damage if you hit him.
Okay.
What was that, Battle Master?
That is a battle mastery called Commander's Strike.
Nice.
So when I take the attack action on my turn, I can give an attack to somebody else.
So Caven just kind of moves his hand towards the wizard and Gullick, and 2 more white lightning bolts go racing out.
So that is not going to work. A creature can immediately use its reaction to make 1 weapon attack. He's not doing a weapon attack.
Oh.
That's leading men into martial battle.
Sorry, yeah, the shorthand on my term doesn't say that. It just use a bonus action to direct an ally that can see or hear you to strike using its reaction.
Yeah, it says
You're right,
use its
okay.
reaction to make 1 weapon attack, adding the spirit or die to the attack. So that won't work with what he's trying to do.
Never mind.
You rush up and get him soon. And Cole is going to take a swing at the guard in front of him.
All right.
Big swipes. Yeah, for 25.
Yeah.
Hits him for 9. And does it again. For a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably going to do it.
So rolling a d12, that's a 12 plus 9.
He is destroyed.
Run forward.
Cut him down, and Cold spares no moments and rushes forward to where?
I'm gonna rush right into the spellcaster that I was just talking to.
Okay. So that might trigger an opportunity attack based on how far you get by a Legion dude.
Am I going right through him?
To get there.
Is it 30 feet?
What does slow do to opportunity attacks?
It messes it up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can do 1 reaction or a bonus action. You can, with 30 feet, get there. You will be passing by in a corner square.
No, it can't. They cannot use reactions.
Oh, okay.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
Do it.
You're good. He goes to make the opportunity attack, and it's just slow.
Just runs by
Looks at him like
and
Superman,
swipes
looking at the
after,
punch,
yeah.
just like, I gotcha.
Quicksilver. Okay, so you charge right at him, and by the way, this is a mountain ambushing map by someone named Paul P. On Dungeon Alchemy.
Hello, Paul P.
Thank you,
uh,
Paul P.
Yeah.
Aragus, you are up.
Okay. Aragus is not loving the situation he is in. Aragus is feeling pain deeply, deeply, deeply for the first time in a long time.
You should be
Exterior
disadvantaged.
pain, folks. This is a... What did you get him into?
It's unscripted pain.
Aragus has no confidence in his abilities, considering the fact that most of his spells are wisdom saving throws, and the last one he just did was a critical success on their part. So that, on top of his current health, Aragus is not in a good place. Looking at the chaos of the battlefield,
He's gonna choose to
Aragus
surrender.
is not far from it. He will slowly come around the corner to see what he can see. His 25 feet.
I'll take you right about
Looking at the orcish
God.
insect legion creatures.
Good job, Chris.
Thanks.
Any amount of help would be nice.
There you go. Ended up in the right spot.
The one closest to
Think a little
Cole.
more.
What is the exact literature of my spell?
What's the spell?
So the energized spear of the legion creature begins to glow. If my eyes are correct, looking at it, it looks to be made of metal of some kind.
I'll let you make a perception roll from here.
A what roll?
Perception roll?
Perception roll. Is that one of my things?
The
No,
skill.
it's not.
That's a skill roll.
No, but I have a thing that but it's not. So,
No, those are persuasion.
Yep.
I think.
what's my target number? Hero point is my target.
Okay.
How about a 18?
18. It is not of a metal you've ever seen before.
Sounds like it is metal, though.
But he hasn't said it is
Or
not
it's-
metal.
Or it could be a chitinous hardened shell, like made of beetle.
Yeah, it could be like
Bone.
an exoskeleton.
Bone,
You say
yeah.
beetle?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have a lot of vicious mockery insults about beetles. Okay, I will use the action and I will cast Heat Metal on the spear.
Okay. One action, 1 minute. Choose a manufactured object such as metal weapon. It glows red hot.
They have a choice. They can either drop the weapon or take 2d8 fire damage if it is in fact metal.
All right. The bad news is he takes no damage and does not drop the weapon.
That's bad news.
Was there some good news in there?
The good news is you glean a resistance that they have from that.
Okay. Okay.
And I believe that is Aragus's turn.
That is an action and a movement.
That's everything.
I have a bonus action to be determined, which will be used in the following manner.
What are you going to do?
I am going to
5.
teleport.
What?
What?
How? You can only cast one spell per
Yeah.
turn unless it's a cantrip.
Well, unless it's a bonus action called Misty Step, which I can cast once per long rest, I believe, without using a spell slot.
From what source?
The Fey magic,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
the ley line magic I was affected with. I will blue mist and powder will puff.
I think
Stay
you can give me up to
Yeah,
60
where do you
feet.
want to go?
I will get right behind Cole.
The south of Cole.
South of Cole,
Okay,
yes.
Vessel, you're up. You're on the east side of the bridge.
Fantastic. Using full first movement, that's 30 feet. Running up, closing the distance on the wizard. I'm seeing my location correctly.
Yeah, you're up here.
Yeah, so I got to get down there.
Get a vessel movement.
Can I say something to Cole real
Are
quick?
you able to move me? 30
While
feet?
you're being moved, Aragus is going to
Yeah.
whisper
Thank
to
you, sir.
Cole, avoid using fire to injure them. Short of an explosion, I don't think it'll help much.
Shit.
Good notes.
Targeting the creature on the bridge who looks like he's standing some sort of guard and ready to attack.
The Legion Warrior.
The Legion Warrior.
All right.
This attack is a Sacred Flame. No cover. It is a Dex save. 14.
Dex save. He nimbly dodges with a 13.
Except he has a
Negative.
negative 2 to all dexterity saving
Wait,
throws
that
since
guy?
he's slowed.
2?
Oh,
No, no, no.
only
not
if they're
that-
slowed. Sorry.
Not that guy. 13.
Out of 13. Here comes damage. No cover provided.
All
blah, blah,
right.
blah. Oh, my God. A 2.
2 points of damage.
Rolled the 2.
What kind of
lowest.
damage?
Radiant.
He enjoys it all. And barely feels a thing. Refreshing.
Breathes.
In return, he will blast at you, cleric. It's gonna blast at you twice, and that he's not going to do. He will do.
5.
No, he's going to blast at you with his energy lance. A 12 to hit and a 14 to hit go flying by and miss.
They do.
Then he triggers his aggressive action and spends his bonus action to charge with his movement and charges across the bridge to the other side, getting closer to Fiona, Vessel, and Valamir. But he's not there. Still about 30, 40 feet away, but he's closing the distance. There's another Legion warrior. He sees he's very close to Cole and Aragus and steps in and repositions his energized lance, and it changes and starts to buzz like some sort of
Lightsaber?
Star Wars lightsaber stormtrooper thing that they had, like in the
Oh, the shock sticks.
shock stick
shock
type
sticks,
thing at the front.
yeah.
And he has that, and he swings it down at Cole, and he has advantage there because they've got you flanked. And swings twice.
However, he is slowed, right? He is one of the ones that are slowed.
yes.
He can only attack once.
Well, he gets one action. His action is multi-attack, so he gets 2 attacks. That is a 15 to hit.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I rolled twice, and I didn't roll twice. It's a 26 to hit.
It does say, regardless of the creature's abilities or reactions on its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of the reactions.
But the one action
It can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
There, that will take. 26 to hit.
Does hits.
14 points of lightning damage.
Cole turns real quick, feeling it, absorbs 14 points of damage
Nice.
inside his stone
roll.
skin and stares at him and shrugs back.
Good to be
Fantastic.
level 6.
It's meh.
I don't have that one, so yeah.
To the southwest is Caven at the end of the round.
Caven watches that happen, and then again with his arm already stretched out and his fingers pointed, 2 more claps of lightning shoot at the Legion that just took a swipe at Cole, and
All right.
is that the Wizard for hire, or
Yep.
is that
Behind him? Yep.
yeah, those 2,
One at each of them.
one at each of them. Do I roll 120 for both of them, or do I roll separate 20s?
Separate attacks.
Okay. For one of them, I'm going to use my other hero point.
It was a 1.
It was a natural 1. So,
Good idea.
there we go. First one is a 16.
Okay.
Second one is a 24.
All right.
25.
You hit with both.
Nice. And then it's 7 and 7.
7 and 7.
And he yells out, "Fight me!"
From way over here.
And then he runs 30 feet closer.
Runs even closer. Valamir.
All right.
He's a little good at this.
Let me take a quick range check here on something. Draw a little circle
What
here.
can my book do?
We have them
Let's see
piled
what
up on
this
the
little
bridge.
Circle will do 20 feet.
We don't need the bridge.
Oh, look at that! I can hit 3 of them. I believe. Yeah, that's 3. So yeah, at that point right there, Valamir will draw a ball of fire, but it looks a little bit different. It's just this sort of, instead of being an orange fire, it's kind of blue, and seems, and just as it flies by Vessel, instead of feeling heat, you feel an intense cold as it goes by, and it is a fireball that is actually being cast with a different form of damage.
Oh, that's your cool scribe ability.
Yes, and instead of fire, it will be ice, cold.
Nice.
It will be soft serve.
Yes. So
Take this
dex
gelato.
saving throws. Anybody who is slowed gets a -2 at that. 15 is your target number.
Holy crimey.
7, 8, 10, 20.
It has been a while since I've seen you roll a
33.
handful of dice. I missed that.
Yes.
How much damage?
33 cold damage.
Okay. The guard to the southeast corner takes half of that and just barely dodges out of the way. The guard on the bridge, who is totally unharmed, is obliterated in cold nastiness. You said 33?
Yep.
And the Legion warrior takes all of that as well. The ones on the
Nice.
bridge took a huge, massive amount
And
of damage.
Valamir will continue to move forward. Just in a plodding, just steady, just.
How are
Yeah.
you? Which one are you moving towards? Forward, boy.
Yeah, I am going to move towards the
Yeah,
bridge.
don't worry about
What
the guy to the south.
All right, the guard to the south is going to fire his bow at whoever is closest, which is going to be
Token
Valamir.
character.
Off of tokens, because you made the circle. So go to character, then you can move them.
Good
Yeah.
character. Got it. I think.
All right, he fires his longbow at Valamir with a 13 to hit.
That will absolutely miss.
Okay, he shoots and misses, and then he is going to burn his second wind and heal himself 14 hit
Move
points.
forward.
Oh, that
Yeah.
little turd.
30 feet.
That's it. We went from 4 guards down to just 1. Fiona, you're up.
The last guard with the firebolt is going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
14 points of fire
You
damage.
just cancel this second win that he just did.
I don't feel better.
And then the cannon on top of Vessel with a 24 to hit.
Yeah. Vessel's running like southwest, but the cannon's tracking the guy.
9 points of force damage.
All right. He is almost dropped. It is the spellcaster's turn. The hired wizard. He finally finishes his spell and lets loose with a huge crackle of lightning and blasts straight down and is hitting the 2 Goliaths and the Legion warrior with a lightning bolt.
What are we rolling?
We are rolling
It's
lightning
dex
bolt.
saving throw?
That is dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, not bad. 13.
And
Rolling the damage. Okay, shoot, lightning crackles out, and you guys are 5 foot wide blast out from you. You guys are, but I hear a 13?
Yeah.
You pass.
wow.
You take 12 points of damage, Cole, and Caven, you take 25 lightning damage.
Caven takes 13 lightning damage using Stone's endurance.
All right. And then the confused wizard finally sees what's going on and shouts, "Kill the wizard!" And slowly pointing across the ravine. It is Cole's turn. Cole, you are surrounded by the hired spellcaster and this Legion warrior.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make it messy. Big swing at the spellcaster in front of me. With the wrong, there we go. 18.
18. You need to roll with disadvantage as he is blurry.
Oh, shoot. All right.
He also has a -2 AC from being slowed.
Well, it's either 18 or it's 26. 25, excuse me.
So with disadvantage, what was your roll?
With disadvantage, I have 18.
18 is a hit.
Awesome. I hit him for, I'll just do it again. Okay. 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
And if I swing at him a second time, is that also blurry disadvantage?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to do it. One was awesome at 26. The other one is not as awesome at 13.
13, you miss. You catch a little glimmer of him, and he says, "What's better than one of me?"
And just to be clear, that was even with the -2 AC?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Spot checking through that.
Well,
No,
yeah.
point of order.
Yeah, well, you know.
Damn rules, lawyer. Aragus, you're right next to Cole. You got right in the thick of it, my little friend.
I did, didn't I? With very little confidence, Argus looks at the spear thing, sees that it changes some weird way, and just, "I've seen sharper loaves of bread than this." Cast vicious mockery upon the
Right.
orc legion.
He's
What does he
warming
roll?
up.
What does he roll for that?
It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Of course.
Legion Warrior rolls a wisdom save of 12.
Oh, he fails. He takes 2d4 psychic, which is 4 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Oh, that could quite play into things.
Nice.
I will then. Do I have any good bonus actions I can do here? Yeah, I will say to Gullick is his name.
Yeah.
I'll say to him, "Listen here, hooligan. Surrender now, and Cole won't bash your face in." And he'll take a unsettling words on his next saving throw of any
Okay.
kind.
He responds angrily to that. This rich, foppish looking guy in a fine little outfit and a little stupid ruffled Blackadder collar, and takes out a dagger and throws it at your team member, which is the weird ghostly little tome thing about 10 feet away from him. The dagger just flies through, arcs out,
Insubstantial as it is.
drops down into the ravine.
How deep is said
yes.
ravine?
Said
Actually
ravine
can't
is
be
probably 40 feet.
damaged in any way.
40 feet.
It is Vessel's turn.
Vessel's turn. Vessel will close the distance, still being 5 foot back from the creature.
Do you want to be to the north or south of Valamir?
I'll be to the south of Valamir. Dex save 14, please. On
Dex
the-
save for the Legion guy.
for the Legion guy.
Okay. He nimbly, I said this last time, 13. Fails to dodge out of the way.
10 points of damage.
Of
Radiant.
Radiant damage. This is your fire. Lights up and then consumes him, and he is still alive but injured. Legion Warrior, it is his turn to go next. He is going to step in and engage the wizard.
What
Dun 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 dun
what saves
dun.
do you
And
usually-
swiping twice with his
usually
energized
trigger what
lance.
Close to the stadium.
15 to hit
60.
Valamir,
No, not even
21 to
close.
hit
That
Valamir.
will hit Valamir.
Okay.
Yes.
Still have mirror image?
I do, indeed.
Can you keep mirror image up and the slow, or the
Mirror image is not concentration. Slow is concentration. I rolled a 17, so it strikes the first of my mirror images.
All right.
Good. One less
Destroyed.
Valamir.
There is
Oh
a,
God, why did I bring this guy?
there's
Such a
another
downer.
Legion warrior, and he. Oh God, he doesn't like you, Argus.
He's emotionally scarred right now.
Yes, but he knows the tactical advantage. He has a huge advantage attacking this back of this Goliath. So he is striking at the back of the Goliath twice with his energized lance, but instead of getting advantage, it's straight because of
Yeah,
your effect on
disadvantage.
him, which is
Is he
nice.
still slowed, or is that only one round?
I don't think that's that guy. That's slow, or is it?
It was
This
like
is the guy
a
who's
40
slow.
foot
Okay, yeah.
thing, yeah.
And that is still a 19 to hit you.
Wow.
Oh, just hits.
For 19 lightning damage, though.
Okay, I take 15 of that.
Okay.
Stone's under.
9 lightning damage.
Okay, that's a
9.
lot better.
So sorry.
I will only take 5 of that.
Okay. That is it. Caven.
Caben rushes up to the Legion that is over by Aragus and Cole. And he looks at him, he says, "You are cursed!" And he rolls, takes a swing with his warhammer. And let's see this. 15 to hit.
15 to hit is a hit.
Okay.
It's the
And
same Warhammer he's
Actually,
always
you would
had.
have advantage
Yes.
on him as well, so because you're flanking him.
that's
15,
true.
16, 17, yeah.
If he,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Should roll another one in case you get a 20.
I did, and it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So he rolls this, and he's gonna roll one of these. Also, he, right before, he said you're cursed. So he rolls the damage. It's gonna be 16, 18 points of damage.
18?
Yeah, because he's hexed
Hexed.
as a bonus action, and then he gets another attack.
The eyebrows around the table went, what?
You say, wait, a magic word we haven't used yet?
And that is 20 to hit.
You still have advantage
A
with that
total.
one. So.
Okay.
Close.
And
Somewhat multi-class.
17 points of damage.
Wow. What type of damage is this, by the way?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
He's still using a warhammer.
Okay, yeah, he enjoys all of that damage for sure and is also badly injured. Great job. We're back up at the top with Valamir on the east side of the bridge with a Legion right in front of you.
Yeah, so Valamir will kind of looking between, because he's seeing the guy facing Aragus and Cole, and he's in melee range with another guy. And he does wiggle his fingers, but remembering his father's words, he no longer uses verbal components for magic missile, as he was chastised once
That
long
is a
ago about it.
bummer.
And will cast magic missile at second level, 2 darts going at his guy and 2 darts going at the guy that both Caven and Aragus are.
Each of the Legion Warriors.
Yeah.
2 and
Each of the
1.
Legion
All
Warriors.
right, so
All right, everyone at home, say it with us now.
Yeah,
Wiggle, waggle. Wiggle, waggle.
the first 2 at the guy that he is in melee range
it
with
for
is maximum damage at 10 damage from
Nice.
2
Nice.
bolts.
All right.
And the other one is
Also, from that hex curse, sorry, he's also disadvantaged for dex.
Okay.
6 damage
6
to
damage.
the other guy.
All right. Done. Arrows fly across. Shoo, shoo, shoo.
And then Valamir's little thingamabobber there is going to move, basically sit on top of Golic for now, and sort of.
Taunt him.
Yeah.
Just tormenting.
Yeah.
Read me.
All right. There is a wounded guard, human guard left, and he is running straight towards Fiona and then straight past Fiona, heading to the northeast. Fiona, is your turn.
I'm gonna light his ass up as he comes by. Fireball. For a non-natural 20 to hit.
Okay. He has 7 hit points left.
I have about 26.
Shit.
I rolled max damage.
Yeah,
Holy
8, 8, and 10 on an
cow.
8 and 8 and a 10.
Or
Nice.
almost max damage.
Jeez. Obliterated. Anything else you're doing?
Yeah, there's a cannon on top of Vessel that was tracking that
He's
guy.
just-
and now just like... and is going to shoot a plume of flame from it at that Legion Warrior.
All right.
And it's a dex save.
That's my thing.
Oh, okay.
Dex save.
14.
Rolling normal. He has rolled a 14.
He still takes 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. He takes some
Does
of
he
that.
take? Yeah, okay. Do I
So, wait.
recognize that he's not taking all of the
That
fire
was at the
damage?
Legion?
Yes.
Did you roll it with disadvantage?
I don't see that. I am looking at your ability.
Different.
It's the
Legion.
different. It's the guy on the other side.
Oh.
It's just the one close to Fiona.
But I'm still looking at your ability, and I'm seeing.
Target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen. Also, choose ability when you cast a spell. Target has disadvantage on ability checks made.
So
of
was
chosen
that a
ability.
spell you cast?
It was a bonus action. It was a spell.
Oh, the
as a
warrior
bonus
next
action.
to us? I thought it was a
No,
warrior
on the
next
other
to
No,
you.
it's a different one.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a different one. I'm just trying to make sure because you have 2 different ways of doing this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to make sure I understand which one. So you cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take a look at that later. Great. Okay, who's next? It is the
Spellcaster.
spellcaster's turn. He's done that. He's done that.
Where's the spellcaster?
Right next to you.
That's a spellcaster?
Oh, no.
No.
Way over here.
Okay.
He is going to clap his hands together with a huge boom, but we'll see how fast it takes him to cast it. 11 or higher is bad for him, and he rolls. God dang it, a 14! His hands are slowly coming together. You hear a rumble of thunder coming.
You guys are going to be so mad when this happens.
And he is done, and it is Cole's turn.
Cole's going to do everything he can to interrupt that clap. Maybe he can just cut those hands off. Swinging it. Yeah, 25
25 is a hit.
for 15 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Slashing.
Slashing.
damage.
All right. How much does he have left? Okay, yeah, 15. As you hit him with 15, lightning backlashes. When a creature hits him with an attack, the attacker takes lightning damage equal to half the damage dealt. So you take 7 in return. Then roll a 6-sided die. Don't roll a 5 or
Is
a
that
6.
an automatic ability?
It's 5.
5, and you see lightning appear on his body again, recharging.
Shoot.
All right. Anything else, Cole?
Yeah, hitting him a second time. That's literally stuck in the corner. Okay, so that's a 17 to hit.
17. Okay, yeah, that's a hit. No, that is. Oh, wait, yes, he is slow. That is a hit.
7. That's max damage and 17 points of damage.
He had exactly that
Wow.
much left. Lightning sparks off his corpse, but then fizzles out. Nice.
No
12 out of
retaliate
12.
for him.
Ah!
Aragus.
Ooh. Argus will say to Gullick, look around you, man. We can stop this now, or you won't like what happens next. And Argus will cast upon the Legion creature and Gullick, a Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, and what do they do?
That is a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Legion Warrior rolled a 14.
Okay, that succeeds.
And a 13 for Gullick.
That is what they needed to get. So they both succeed. So they will only take 4 points of psychic damage since it's half. It was 8. And that's it.
Okay, don't forget to track your cool loot capabilities of failed saves.
Oh, yes.
Strings,
Sorry.
yeah.
You only get one per spell cast.
I'm pretty sure they've been rocking that. I'm going to mark
If
2
Argus is
for the whole
done, yeah, I
battle.
think 2 is totally fine. Vessel.
Vessel reattaches his mace and grapples the warrior.
We're going to
Just-
grapple?
Just puts his stuff aside and starts
Yeah, but now
getting
I
in
gotta look
very
up
close to him.
freaking grapple rules.
Sorry.
You're just trying to hold his face in front of the cannon.
That's what it is.
Just stay here. Just stay here.
Say cheese.
Grapple. Every rule system is entirely different. Make an athletics check.
Big strength.
I'll hero point that one. Not too much better. 12.
12. You have failed. He is too strong for you. Anything else?
Bonus action. I will bring up Sanctuary on myself.
Giving you some protection if they attack you.
Correct.
Okay. It is his turn. He shall attack you.
He needs to roll a wisdom save check against mine. 14.
All right. Saving is a 17 is his total. And he swings at you twice with his energized melee lance with a 15 to hit.
Negative.
And a miss. And you can try to grapple him again for free right now
I will try to do that.
with a natural 1.
Non-natural 1. No, 19. 19.
19, you have grappled him.
Take your shots. And he just starts tussling with him.
All right. And breaking grapple. Grapple's creature speed is 0. So he's currently grappled. Taking the grapple. Sorry, I'm frantically trying to read these rules in the middle of combat for grapple. I hate grappling.
I'll remember that for the future.
Yeah.
We will all be grappling.
Yes. I will grapple too.
All right, his movement is 0 is what I'm doing for now. There is a Legion warrior that is caught between some Goliaths and a halfling, and he is going to strike at Caven, who's come up from behind
Okay.
with just one attack with a natural 20.
Oh, crap.
With a natural 20, and he does 20 points of lightning damage to you.
Okay, we'll take it.
Bucket.
Well, good.
All
You got a
right.
little choice.
Now it's his turn to strike back.
I'm kind of the
It's-
lightning guy now, so it's sort of my.
Haven
Haven's
strikes
turn.
back.
Around
Oh,
that real quick, just to be clear for everyone's visual, after doing the final swing, Cole spun, literally grabbed you on the back of your head and stepped you under him and swapped places
Okay,
with you.
I saw a movement there. Thank you.
Caven
thank
takes
you.
that hit, and then he looks right back at the Legion, and he pounds his warhammer into his free hand, and you hear a bell like out just ring, and the Legion needs to make a wisdom save.
All
For
right.
whom the bell tolls.
For whom?
Wisdom
each-
save. He rolls a 8.
Nope. He doesn't pass, so he takes. Wow.
Wow.
There we go.
It's a good sign when you make the roll.
So he takes 18 points of necrotic damage.
All right. Nasty darkness swirls around the head of this
Imagine
creature.
Vessel would take note of that.
I
It
smell
is-
something funny.
It is barely hanging in there, this creature.
Okay.
If you are done, it is Valamir's turn. You got a big bug right in your face.
Valmir will just simply do like a hand gesture, like a just like a cutting motion, and it's a mind sliver into the creature's brain, and he needs to make an intelligence saving throw, I believe.
I don't
Yes,
know.
intelligence saving throw.
You got a 6.
That will absolutely fail. He will take 11 points of damage.
What type?
Psychic.
All right.
And he'll be at a negative 1d4 for his next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Fiona.
Feeling that fire is not going to work too well, she's going to take one of her crossbow bolts out of her pack and throw it up in the air and give a little whistle. Yondu style, and it's going to head straight for that Legion warrior, and he needs to make a dexterity save.
All right.
Minus a d4. Thank you very much.
Yep. Do you want me to roll that
Please.
d4? He is minus 1.
Minus 1. He has 7.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, 15, 18 points of bludgeoning damage. This was catapult,
Oh, sweet.
by the way.
18 points of damage?
Yep.
He has 1 left. If you're done, it
How
is
about Vessel's cannon?
Vessel's cannon.
Right in his face.
Right in his face. We'll shoot at disadvantage.
all right.
For not a hit.
Okay, Cole.
Yeah. All right. So
Get the
swinging-
traitor.
taking him out.
No, get the traitor.
Distance
What?
to the
Get the traitor.
You want to leave this guy here?
Yes.
Cole rushes away. Does another bait and switch first. So
Now 30.
Aragus, beep, whoop. I'm gonna do a 5-foot swap with you, which does not provoke attack of opportunity. I'm gonna add 8 to your AC.
Nice.
to mine. Oh,
You're
great.
plus 8 for this round.
Wow, thank you.
And
He
then
inspires you.
moves up the rest of his distance up to Gellick
Okay. Done.
Go look.
and raises his axe menacingly and warningly. Coming with me or being dragged out.
And he.
And the spectral tone beside him is like, you better surrender.
Go for it. You can do it.
You feel lucky, punk?
He cowers and
Did I use 3 spell slots? Or
falls back to his butt and says, "Don't hurt me."
And Cole will steady his action. We'll hold him.
All right, Aragus.
Oh, okay. Seeing Cole do that, there are still the two.
Yep. The guy that
him.
you would currently flanking with Caven.
Yeah.
And then the guy that.
2 bloody Legion
Sure.
warriors.
I will say to my man Kevon, I'll say Caven seems you're more than capable of handling this one. Perhaps I should go help Cole. And I'm going to cast first Hold Person on the Legion creature, which is a wisdom saving throw.
All right. He's going to pass. I just know it.
Yeah, they're pretty
Everyone gets these low rolls.
They
Every
have
time
the
it comes
wisdom
to
saving
Alistair,
throws.
He gets the high rolls.
Yeah,
So
all of my Bard spells are wisdom for some reason, even though charisma is my thing.
12?
That fails.
Okay, I thought of it.
So he
Well, that
is
answers-
paralyzed for the duration of his turn. At the end of each of his turns, he can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends.
All right.
So he can't move. And then I will walk away very slowly, almost as if I've been slowed to taunt him. But no, I'll walk up towards Gullick there.
Okay. Vessel.
It appears these chitinous creatures can be affected by Hold Person.
Yes. But you bring up a good point.
Why did you bring up a good point, Christopher?
I suck. I'm a rules lawyer.
You're quiet for an hour at a time.
sorry.
And then
And they're the two last guys we have are near death.
Yes, is the answer to your question.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
That spell was harder to dig into his brain than you anticipated, but it did work.
Vessel
clarify that?
releases the individual. Takes a step back with his movement.
Get him.
And will
That would be an
you'll make a
opportunity attack
dex save.
if you step back.
I'll take the opportunity attack. Dex save.
He will strike.
If he makes the will save.
Total of 26.
He makes the will save.
10. No,
Now
this
he-
is to hit you. Opportunity attack.
He needs the will save to hit me.
To hit you?
Yes.
To attack you, I think.
Oh, I thought it was
Sanctuary.
during his attack. All right.
Ah, sanctuary.
Sorry, I was thinking you were talking about the spell that you were
It's okay.
casting. All right, so 18 for the spell save, 26 for the hit, 10 for the lightning damage.
10 I will take.
All right, you've stepped back one space, got hit, but you're still standing. What are you doing?
Now he makes the dex save and
Fire.
for radiant damage.
Radiant fire flame goodness. Yes, radiant. White fire. I think he's in a lot of trouble with a 7 and 1 hit point.
Oh, that ought to be fun. 15 damage.
It bursts into white radiant energy. It somehow survives, steps back, stumbles, and then burns as it falls off of the ravine, splashing into the cool water, but you still see sizzling orcish insect bug legs floating down.
In my head, the way that happens is you stepped out of the way and he blasted you with a lightning, and you just kind of yoded it and took it and just turned it white, changed the color, and threw it right back at him and just blew him up.
All right, it is the last legion's turn, and it doesn't take long. He is not able to break free of the hold person at the end of his turn, and Caven, you may finish him off without having to roll. You just tell us how you finish him off.
Okay. Caven.
If you pull out fangs, dude, it's over.
Caven just hits him across the head with his warhammer, and with his other arm catches him as he's falling to the ground and says, "Not yet." And this legion warrior's eyes flash white, and he stands back up. And Caven says, "Go help them secure Gullick." And he walks over that way and begins to help.
All right.
What challenge rating is this creature?
yeah, I can barely make a wisdom saving throw, but he can completely control it. What's happening?
This is a serious question. What is the challenge rating of the creature that he just created?
I don't care.
All right.
Gullick is surrounded by our heroes and a ghostly tome.
Yes.
Is that the look? And
yes, it is a tome.
And an ethereal, ghostly specter is what Caven
Spectre.
has created. Not a zombie per se, but a spectral, incorporeal creature. All surrounding him, all 8 like some sort of Nazi and Inglorious bastards surrounding. He says, "Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!" As the group, as one, have now got their man. And we will stop there for tonight.
We're not known for taking prisoners.
And thank you so much for joining us. This was great. Very fun episode for me. And we're going to jump into our after show and hear what our players had to say. If you'd like to join the after show and hear about it, consider dropping by patreon.com/IngloriousBards. Just a couple bucks get you access to all of this plus more. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.